Have you ever felt guilty or just plain confused about feeling drained by your friends? You are definitely not alone. In this explainer, we're going to uncover the powerful psychological reason behind that feeling, and I'm betting it's not what you think. So it all starts with this feeling, one that might seem kind of weird or uncomfortable at first, but is actually an incredibly common sign that you are evolving as a person. I mean, really think about it. Have you ever left to hang out with people you genuinely care about, but instead of feeling recharged, you just feel empty? It's a super confusing feeling, right? And it almost always comes with a heavy dose of guilt. This quote right here, this just nails it. It's not about being mad or feeling betrayed. It's this deep, internal exhaustion. And it's easy to start wondering, am I a bad friend? Am I becoming antisocial? But what if that feeling isn't a problem? What if it's actually pointing to something much, much bigger? Okay, so here's where we kind of flip the script. Psychology actually suggests we need to completely reframe this feeling. It's not a sign that you're failing socially. It's a powerful signal of your own personal growth. This really requires a whole new way of looking at things. So instead of thinking, I'm losing my friends, you start thinking, I'm outgrowing my circle. And instead of telling yourself, I'm becoming a bad person, you recognize, I'm experiencing a mental evolution. See the difference? That simple shift in perspective is everything. And you know what? There's a name for this whole process. It's called value drift. This isn't some random flaw in your character. It's a totally natural, well-documented part of being human, where the things that matter most to you just start to change. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. There are 5 core psychological reasons why this value drift leads to that feeling of complete exhaustion, even around people you once felt perfectly in sync with. So reason number 1 builds directly on that concept we've just introduced. It's not just that your values are drifting. It's the gap that opens up when your priorities evolve, and maybe your friends' priorities haven't. If you're starting to crave deeper conversations or maybe a calmer lifestyle, the old ways of hanging out can suddenly feel really empty. It's not that your friends are bad, it's just that your brain is now looking for a fundamentally different kind of connection. Okay, reason number 2 can be so frustrating. It's this feeling that you're constantly fighting against being stuck in the past. Think about it. If you've been working on yourself, maybe healing from things, or just maturing, it is mentally exhausting to be constantly treated like the person you were 5 years ago. Every single interaction becomes this subtle tug-of-war between the old you they expect and the new you that you actually are. That friction, it burns a ton of mental energy. Third, let's talk about the emotional dynamic in the group. Does it ever feel like you're the designated therapist for everyone? This leads straight to an overload. Sometimes it's even called caregiver fatigue. If you are always the one giving advice and support, but you don't really get much back, your brain starts to protect its resources. You're not being cold by pulling back. Your mind is literally just trying to conserve energy. Reason 4, this one isn't so much about what's being said, but the entire atmosphere. Sometimes that exhaustion you feel is a direct physical response. Right, so if your friend group just thrives on gossip or conflict or constant negativity, your nervous system can never truly relax. It stays in this low-grade fight-or-flight mode because it's treating all that social chaos like a potential threat. You leave feeling tired because your body has literally been under stress the entire time. And finally, the 5th reason. This one goes really deep because it taps into this fundamental human need we all have to just be truly seen and understood. You know that feeling when you share a complex idea or a vulnerable feeling and it's just met with a blank stare or someone quickly changes the topic? Your brain feels totally isolated. It learns, okay, this is not a safe space for my true self. And that lack of mental resonance, as it's called, leads to attachment depletion. You just stop feeling connected. So what does all of this actually feel like in practice? There's a really powerful metaphor that I think explains this perfectly. I want you to think of your old social circle as a suit of armor. In the beginning, that armor fit perfectly. It was protective, it was comfortable. But then, step 2, you started to grow. You matured, you learned new things, you healed. As you expanded on the inside, that once perfect armor starts to feel tight. It gets heavy, restrictive. The exhaustion you feel isn't a sign that the armor is bad, it's just a sign that you have simply grown too big for it. You now need connections that fit the amazing person you are today. So, knowing this isn't some personal flaw, but actually a sign of growth, what's the path forward? Well, it starts with embracing this new understanding and just giving yourself permission to change. The most crucial thing to remember from all of this is that the feeling of being drained is not a weakness. It is not something to feel guilty about. It is a biological and psychological signal that you are leveling up. Your mind is telling you that it's ready for more substance, more depth, and more peace. This entire process is really about honoring your own journey. It's about having the courage to seek out the connections that actually fit the person you are right now. So understanding that this is a sign of your strength. The real question is, are you ready to stop apologizing for the person you're becoming?